Listen, hey guys, welcome to Little Black Book 91. We're talking to you guys about Ready to Love, dealing with Maurier and dealing with Kat. Let me tell you this first of all. I thought the cousin was disrespectful and out of order. This particular moment here I want to showcase was part of maybe one or two comments that were made that I felt like were a little bit distasteful. I felt like, you know what, like you can make your judgments, but it's becoming real snobbish. And I really hate when people do that. Like I like if you make money, you make money, but please be humble. Like no one likes snobbery, and I felt like it was a bit snobbish. But anyway, that's my personal opinion. Now, going back to what the situation was, she decided to she made Maurier do something that I felt like was disrespectful, right? And we're going to discuss it in the next few minutes on this video. If you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor, like it, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated. All right, cool. Let's get into the video. Don't forget as well, we're trying to reach 100K subscribers. We would love for you guys to help us along that way. You guys are doing a fantastic job so far. Keep subscribing, keep sharing this with other people who need to watch this as well. And don't forget, we have a membership. It's £1, $1. You can join in as well to our membership, other lives that we do every other Tuesday. Got one coming up this Tuesday as well. And also, if you love talking about TV shows, you want to be involved in it, then join the Patreon, because we have a Discord now specifically for those of us who want to be involved in conversation on a day-to-day, minute-by-minute, second-by-second basis. You know, you watch a show and you're like, I need to talk to somebody. That's what the Patreon is there for. All right, cool. Let's get into some conversation about this situation. Why was I feeling some way about the way she addressed Maurier? Look at this.
They have boundaries. I didn't feel a type of way about it.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you stand up?
You want me to stand up?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Just stand up.
That's different. You know, most times they ask me to do something else.
Can you stand up?
Oh, she wants to
It's
see
the
how
height
the height
difference.
difference.
Yeah. Tell her to take off her shoes.
Has he seen you stand up?
Yeah.
Our whole family's tall.
Yeah.
Now, I don't care how you want to put it. It's disrespectful for me. For me personally, it's disrespectful. Like, you know, you watched him come in. You know how tall she is already, right? And you're asking him to stand up at the table so you can measure him against her. It was disrespectful. It's kind of embarrassing, and it's like a shame tactic. And I didn't like that, right? You want to talk the height situation. You could have asked him a question. How do you feel about the height difference between yourself and Kat? Is that an issue for you? You could have asked that sitting down. There was no need to do a physical demonstration to ask him to stand up, right? You don't know how people feel about their height. It can be tricky. Do you know what I'm saying to you? I find that disrespectful. Why is it we find that height is not off? But if let's say he was wearing a toupee, would you ask him to remove the toupee? I mean, hopefully you're not wearing a toupee. You know, there's got to be some decorum about the way that we behave. And I felt like you took advantage of the fact that you're Kat's cousin, so you asked that question. I just think it's disrespectful. And then when he actually came in, what I also felt was a little bit off was like, if I'm coming in the room, one thing I like to do is if someone's coming in, I'm gonna get up and you know, give you a hug if I'm new to you. Do you know what I'm saying? Or give you a handshake or whatever that you feel comfortable with. You know what I mean? And especially if it's family and you're gonna be involved in terms of romantic, I want to get up and be, hey, it's the first time I've met you. Let me give you a hug. You saw Muffy do it with Chris. You saw Jessica's friend do it with Maurier when he came in the room. Why couldn't she? That's when I started realizing that the disrespect started early. When he came in the room, she was like, he had to give her a little pat on the back, and she's like, hey, because she was unwilling to stand up. When someone comes into the room that's connected to the friend, your cousin, whatever, it should be a natural thing out of respect. For me, it's principle. Stand up and you say, hey, I'm going to give you a hug or I'm going to give you a handshake just to be able to, you know, greet you appropriately. For me, it's just principle. But I think it just shows a distinct lack of respect. I wasn't feeling it. And then to have the conclusions about baby mothers. Now, don't get it twisted. The word control might have been used in a way and it might have felt some type of way. I hear that. But to talk about the baby mother situation, I didn't like that. And, you know, he's probably still involved with her. What? How you gonna say he's still involved? He told you it's done, and he said, "Listen, hey, look, I still have control in that situation." I think what he meant was, I still have power in the situation where I get to decide what's gonna happen next. Hold on, 2 seconds. What is about that, guys? All right, where I get to have power in that particular situation, which I totally get. You know, I totally understand that. I'm with it. I feel it. And so in that respect, I get it. Now, my issue with this situation is the fact that, you know, these behaviors altogether are showing us there's snobbery. We think we're better than you energy. And I don't want to say that I kind of sense that, but I kind of a little bit got that when Maurier had a conversation with her before with the 50-50 situation. I was, but that might have been just my intuition rather than actually what I saw on the screen. But then this thing here, and I see the cousin baby, and I was like, nah, bruv, nah, let's be humble. You know what I mean? Let's be humble. You got me standing up here now talking about, are you comfortable? Because you know how tall she is. Could have been asked. It could have been asked sitting down. It didn't need for me to stand up. I don't need to be on display. You get what I'm saying to you?
We're all
Giants, yeah.
super tall.
Does this make you feel uncomfortable?
I can climb trees. I got good balance, baby.
Monica and I are some tall girls.
Now, the beautiful thing is that Maurier handled this with absolute class. Loved the way he handled it. He said, no, I can climb some trees. You know what I mean? And she went on to ask him another question again. And he handled it again with some class. And that's one thing I have to say. When someone puts you under pressure and puts you on the square, you got to be able to be cool. And the way that Maurier handled it, I got to give him respect. I got to give him kudos for that. Because some other people might have flipped out and gone mad and gone AWOL. But I love the fact that he said, you know what? I see what you're trying to do. But you ain't gonna get me off my square. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. I'm gonna let you know. You pitch what ball you want to pitch. I'm gonna hit this one out the park. And so I respect the way he handled it. And that's how as men we should handle affairs, right? We let them know you're not gonna phase me. You're not gonna have me looking out here looking crazy. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna handle mines. You ain't gonna get me off my square. And I respect that. You know, give him props for that.
Girls, and I think she just wanted to see if she could ruffle Maurier at all.
But what if you wanted to climb a tree?
I mean, there is a tree to climb. We definitely got plenty of branches over here. You know.
He wasn't ruffled, so he definitely passed the test.
So what is the deciding factor for you between the category?
Now, of course, you wanted to ruffle some feathers. I just think there's a way to do it. I think we have to be very careful about the way that we want to ruffle feathers because it can come off in a particular way, which is, again, demeaning. Imagine a man tells a woman to stand up. You know what I mean? I want to see, you know, are you comfortable with, and I won't even say height, because height is not an issue for women because they can date tall men or short men, doesn't really make a difference. But are you comfortable with your, let's say your booty? Are you comfortable with your booty size that he's got a bigger bum than you? Is that okay? That's the baddest, man. You can't, there is no comparison. There is none. Not one I can think of right now that's really good. So just scrap that. Don't even indulge in that. Let that one go. You never heard that. Let it go. Okay. We're gonna ignore that point. Okay. But yeah, real spit. Like I just felt like as a man, you know, when you're put in such a position, it can be very painful to try and discuss that kind of thing. Your height can be a really trigger thing, insecurity. So I want her to just be a little more cautious about the way she's doing it. The conversation about the baby mother and saying her perspective about it, I hear you. You know what I mean?
Situation really bothers me.
Okay.
And the whole living abroad thing, that really bothers me too. It's obvious that he's interested in you, but he's interested in somebody else. And possibly his baby mama too. We don't even know.
Monica.
Why would he be interested in his baby mother? Why was that the natural conclusion? That rhetoric is very poor. Why would he be invested? He's not saying that. He's not alluded to that. What he's let us know is straight up, hey, I still have control in that situation. That was all, right? Now, I can get it. You might not like it, but to make that conclusion that he still likes it, I was like, you're searching, man, and you're reaching right now. You get me? But let me know your thoughts on, guys, down below. Comment down below. What do you guys think of that particular date? I wasn't impressed by those particular babies, you know, as well. So like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button, and comment down below as